Last month, University of Arizona sociology students presented months of field research on what poverty looks like in Tucson today, and what they found challenges a lot of assumptions. At the 9th Annual Community Forum on Housing Insecurity and Poverty, students shared what they learned after interviewing dozens of residents across the city about housing, food, transportation, healthcare, and financial stress. One of the clearest findings, having a job is no longer enough to stay financially secure. Shannon Coffey's team found that 50% of people they interviewed were employed and still struggling to pay for basic needs. Cameron Myers said that of the many people he spoke to that had steady jobs and decent incomes, but still couldn't afford the cost of living in Tucson, housing was one of the biggest stressors. Stephanie Ward said families are doubling up in homes because rent is so high, and many mothers with children are just one unexpected expense away from eviction. Students studying health and stress found that people already facing housing and financial instability are also dealing with reduced access to healthcare, including the Medicaid cuts. Students also found that public transportation is essential for people living in low-income neighborhoods. Leslie Rivera and Alyssa Esquero reported that more than 78% of people who rely on public transportation are living in poverty, with one resident saying, "The bus is free, and it's the only option." Food insecurity showed up in nearly every neighborhood. Sophia Hartel found that many residents skip meals or feed their children and pets before themselves. Even people who own their own homes or have full-time jobs told the students that they still couldn't afford groceries as the prices rise and wages stay flat. Students also heard what people want to see change, from rent protections to better transit, to neighborhood food gardens. As Nimble Agate put it, the people they interviewed aren't just statistics. They're real people with real stories, and they need to be heard.
Donate to support local journalism.